Hello, grade 7 students. This is Miss M here, telling you about a very exciting thing we're about to do today. We are all about to go on a bus and go and see Divergent. How excited are you guys? Calm down, everyone, calm down. I'm sorry. That's actually not the truth. I just wanted you to get excited because we're starting our book groups today. So what you will need to do during this presentation is pay very close attention because I'm going to give you all you need to know about the 7 book choices we have. Shortly after this, you will be completing a Google form to choose your top 3 book choices. So yes, it would be helpful during this presentation to write down your top 3 choices. I will start with the first book, and for every book I will give you a little bit of details, all you need to know about the book in order to make the right choice. And please make a good choice because you will be with these books for the next month or so. Our first book is called If I Stay. Now this is a good book for the ladies because it is a really interesting book about a girl who faces a really hard time in her life where she is dealing with a lot of deaths. This is actually a romance novel, which makes it another great choice for girls, but boys, you may be interested in this as well. It is a really exciting story, and the love story leads most of the plot. This book is also about music, as the main character plays the cello in it. So if you're a musician, this may be of interest to you as well. This book is not a hard read, so if you're interested in something a little more serious, but also with a romantic side, this would be a good choice. So this is the first choice, If I Stay. The next choice we have is definitely a thriller. Full Tilt, at the reading level of U, takes place at a carnival. It starts at one carnival where all the children are really excited to try all the rides, and then all of a sudden, as the children are on a chase for another boy, they end up at this terrifying carnival. And what happens there is that they have 1 day to get out of the carnival. And they have to ride 7 rides before sunrise. And if they do that, then they can get out of the carnival. If they don't, well, you'll find out what happens to them. This is a really exciting read, but I only suggest that people read this that are into a really exciting thriller. It will take everything you know about the average merry-go-round and just turn your world upside down. Definitely a great choice for number 2. Our third choice is also on the serious side, Bifocal, a book by 2 authors you may be very familiar with, Deborah Ellis and Eric Walters. The reading level for this is V, and it is based on real-life events in Canada. This is a true story. It's a fiction story, but it's based on true events that have happened. Terrorist attacks are happening in a school, and the children are getting involved in them. It's just your everyday school, but students are starting to create problems, and they are getting questioned by the police. The friendly police officer is not so friendly anymore, as each time they come into the school, every student wonders if they will be the next person to be questioned about the terrorist attacks that are occurring. This third choice is a very serious book, but it's good for someone who's interested in looking at a fictional story based on real events. So this fourth choice is definitely one of my favorites, Witch and Wizard by James Patterson. This book is based about 2 people, brother and sister, that have just been arrested for being a supposed witch and wizard. They are living in a world where it's not very accepted. This book definitely reminds me a lot of Harry Potter, except how there is a magic world in Harry Potter. There isn't so much a magician's world in this book. All the children are being rounded up and bad things are happening to them as the police really think that the children are responsible for all the magic in the world. So this is a really exciting book for those people that like Harry Potter. You may really like this. Really interesting things happen in this book. So this is our fourth choice, Witch and Wizard. Another great choice is this book, which is actually a non-fiction book called Wave by Eric Walters. This book is based on the tsunami that happened in Thailand a few years back, and it is the story from one family's perspective. What happens is 3 members of a family take a trip out to an island that is very close to Thailand, and they take a trip there but leave the one daughter at home. What happens is that events happen on the TV and the daughter sees them, and then you'll see what happens next when you read. What was once beautiful looking Thailand was destroyed by the tsunami. If you read this book, it is definitely serious. It is not for people that are looking for more of a fun, enjoyable read along those lines. This is a serious book about a natural disaster that drastically affected us. So I really recommend this for people that would like to try something more along the serious side. The Maze Runner by James Dashner is our 6th choice at a V reading level. When Thomas wakes up in the lift, the only thing he can remember is his first name. He has no recollection of his parents, his home, or how he got where he is. His memory is empty. But he's not alone. When the lift doors open, Thomas finds himself surrounded by kids who welcome him to the Glade, a large expanse enclosed by stone walls. Just like Thomas, the Gladers don't know why or how they got to the Glade. All they know is that every morning, for as long as anyone can remember, the stone doors to the maze that surrounds them have opened. Every night, for just as long, they've closed tight. Every 30 days, a new boy is delivered in the lift, and no one wants to be stuck in the maze after dark. I can already tell this is an action-packed book, so if you would like to read a story about adventure, The Maze Runner is definitely a great choice for you. Moving on to our last choice, which is one of our easier reads, The Lightning Thief. Now, this has a reading level of T, and it's about a boy who is actually half human and half god. So this is a bit of a mythology text. So for people that like reading about Poseidon and Zeus, this is a great read for you. There's Zeus. Yep, you'll learn about him in this book. And you'll learn about the lightning thief as he takes on a journey into the world of mythology. So this would be a great read for anyone that likes mythology and would like a little bit more of an easier read. So now that you've had all your choices, don't be distracted by this form. I'm just showing you what you have to do next. So, you've been shown 7 books. What you're going to do now is go onto Mr. Little's webpage, and you're going to click on the link for the Google form. On there are a series of questions which you must complete. If you have really no idea what book you would like to choose, the questions you answer may help myself and Mr. Little choose a book for you. So make sure you answer all the questions, as you won't actually even be allowed to submit the answers until you've done them all. And just think about what you're most interested in, because the more likely you'll enjoy the reading much more if you choose one you really, really like. So, at this point, please take out your devices. We are going to go straight onto Mr. Little's webpage, and you can now answer the Google form.